Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video. We use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence. And I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne God, it will not stop me. Guys, if you're interested in working with me, reading any of my information or any of my articles on honestlysis.com, all that information is in the description box below. All right, dear God, guardian angel, ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. Oh, this card is so raggedy. I gotta get it out of here. All right, God. What do we need to focus on? What do you want us to know, God? Give us one card. What do you want us to know right now? Perfect. One card exactly came out. Celebration, your achievement. Celebrate your achievements. You are truly a gift to the universe. Angel number 107. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely in this place where I am just always just trying to just celebrate every little win, like just being grateful. Shout out to everybody that's ever commented on any of these videos. Like, they bring me so much joy. It was like 2 weeks ago where I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize like people were actually commenting on these videos. And it made me happy. Whenever somebody like reach out to me or respond to one of my Honestly Sis articles, it's a win. When people come to my yoga class, like even if it's just 5 people, 4 people, 2 people, I'm just so grateful. I don't take none of it for granted, and I don't think you should either. I think when you are grateful for what you have, then God will give you more. When you have this mindset, and like that's why I keep coming to do these videos, like, and I always have like when these people come reach out to me and they're like, you don't have any people coming, or you da-da-da, and it's like, I'm not doing this. Like, yes, I'm so grateful when people do subscribe and people do find me, but it's like I am doing it for a greater purpose, and like I'm not doing it to service the millions. Like, these videos will find who they're meant to find, and like it just is what it is. Like, and I'm grateful for the people that I do find, and I'm going to service them. Like, I feel like you know, when you get in that mind state of being like angel number 230, like, oh, well, when I get 500 people, then I'm going to do this. So when I get 100 people, then I'm going to do this. It's like, no, you got to service as though you have an audience of 1 million. Like, how you treat how you treat one person is how you're going to act when you have 100 people following you. So it's like, I just really believe in just celebrating all your wins. Like, there's no such thing as a small audience. There's no such thing as, you know, something that don't mean anything. If you make a connection, if somebody connect with your work, whether it's 1 people, 2 people, 100 people, like, celebrate it. Be grateful for it. Angel number 304. Cuddy, stop, baby. The next message that came out is advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the strings of your heart. I really genuinely feel like God is putting a lot of us in positions. And if you would just appreciate it and you would just accept that. Okay, 2 things. I really feel like God is putting us in position. I told you guys that we are in this period of where there is no such thing as the veil. And that if you are tapped in, like, you can advance really, really quickly. And the only reason why you're not advancing, it could just be your mind state of things. And so I feel like God is like putting people in positions. Like I told y'all, my yoga class, I know y'all are tired of hearing about it, but it literally came out of nowhere. And at first I'm like, this was kind of random. Like, I don't understand what this has to do with anything. But as I keep working on it, the more that I keep doing these classes, the more I realize how it is bettering my life and how it does fall into my path and how it is like a combination of Honestly Sis in these YouTube channels. And so it's like, now I just accept that God has put me in position and I am just taking advantage of the position that I'm in. And so the same thing that could be happening to me could be happening to you. You just got to make a mindset shift, okay? All right, I'm going to go and just let's get some more energy, some more information. God, clarify this message of advancement and celebration. What are you trying to get us to understand about just allowing our heart's desires to lead? Oh, also about just the yoga class, why I keep bringing it up, because I used to do these intuitive flow classes in my apartment by myself all the time. I used to always feel like, oh, I wish I could make people feel like this, or I wish I could give people this feeling. And just by me acknowledging that to myself out loud, it manifested into a real yoga class. It's not something I was looking for. It's not something I was working towards. And so I tell you this, like, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And so now that I have this yoga class and that happens so randomly and it's like so fulfilling and it makes me feel good, I realized like all this other shit that I've been actually really intentionally working for is going to happen. I just have to stop focusing on it and looking for blessings and just allow life to just unfold naturally. Okay. All right, God, clarify this. Well, angel number 535, the card that popped out, wow, is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, as you can see, it's this soldier on a horse, and it looks like he's coming in bringing a offering of a cup. This soldier has on this hat to me that symbolizes a messenger. And so again, with this message of celebration, with this message of advancement, I just feel like God is saying, like, if you would just be receptive and admit out loud what you want and just surrender to it and be like, I don't care how it comes, whatever form it comes in, this is what I want. And then move only with that intention, like only do things that move in the direction of what you want, then it's going to come to you. Because the other card that came out is Judgment, and oh my God, the Magician. And it's your number 622. And so it's just letting me know, like, this Judgment Day is here. Like, God is saying, like, all of these things that we want, we could have it if we were just willing to admit it out loud. This Magician card is all about, and we could have it if we just be afraid to admit it out loud. This card also, you see this red cross symbol, angel number 644. What does that automatically symbolize to you? Help, right? God is saying, if you just admit, like, damn, like, I want to do this, I don't know how it's going to happen, it will just end up happening. Let me tell you guys, ever since I have been working on this book, I have always said that I want to own this book. I want to own as much of this book as possible. And I always said that I wanted a distribution deal, not a regular publishing deal. But I had no idea how that's going to happen. That was just what I wanted, right? I just used to say it all the time. And so my brother recently showed me this property, and I was like, okay. At first I wasn't convinced because, like, I'm not the type of person, like, I don't know. I just don't have a desire to own a home. Like, yes, I want to be stable and have my own space, but I don't want the responsibilities of being a homeowner, right? And so I was talking to my brother, and I'm like half listening to him. I'm like, okay, I hear you. But then he says, also, like, if you get this house, say, for example, you want to sell your books, now you have money that you can pull out, and you can be like, all right, well, I'm going to pay for my books to be made, and you just pay to distribute them. The light bulb came off to me because I was like, oh my God, like, oh, I've been trying to figure out how this thing was going to happen for whatever. And then my brother came in and told me how it could happen. And now I'm feeling like, now I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now I'm starting to feel like the magician. Now I'm like, oh shit, like, this thing that I've been talking about for so long is now actually becoming a reality. Angel number 820. Like, I was talking shit about, oh yeah, I want to be the first, I want to be like an overnight millionaire. Like, I want to be the first, like, author to, like, really make $1 million off of her book by herself. I'm like, I really want to do that. I want to own as much as possible. I want to change publishing. I used to just say this shit. Y'all seen these channels. I used to talk about it all the time. Had no idea how it would happen. And then my brother had a conversation with him, and he bought the solution of, oh, this is how it's going to happen. And so now I never thought about having home ownership. I never even worked towards it. And now I'm literally looking at owning my own home, having my own property, not just for me to have a place for me and my dog and, you know, a place for me to call home, but also now I have money to be able to come to any like, I'm able to come into any business deals with equity and, like, being like, no, this is what I want. I can actually make my terms and conditions because I don't need an advance or anything. I'm actually coming with money in the table. You know, I'm coming, being able to put money on the table. Angel number 930. So I say that to say, like, you don't have to know. Like, God is not asking you to be like, oh, how can I work it out? Like, you don't even have to. That's God part. Like, the how, the when, the what, the where, like, that's all God. All you have to do is admit that you want something. And the minute that you do that, as above, so below, it should happen. Okay? All right, y'all. I am going to get a little look at this choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. A lot of you guys may be wondering, well, angel number 1040, how do I know, like, how do I let God know that I trust him, or that I'm willing to go into the unknown? Remember how I started this message? You only make decisions, and you only make moves that are in alignment with who you're ultimately trying to be. So for example, if I know my end goal is I want to be a writer, actor, director, why would I go and get a job, go apply for an accounting job? Why would I even entertain it? Because that's not going to help me. That's not going to get me on my path. I'm only going to do things that are in alignment with my path. So yes, I'm going to get this house because this house is going to help me is going to put me in alignment with my path. I'm not going to go get a job somewhere else because it's going to take me off my path. You hear what I'm saying? It's all about setting yourself up, only making choices and moving in the directions of your dreams. Not realizing like, oh, how's it going to work out? Just like the yoga class. I don't see how that connects to my before I didn't see how it connects to my writing, and honestly, big picture, I don't see how it relates. But I do know that when I'm feeling it, and I said I wanted to have community, I said I wanted to have this experience, I'm feeling it makes me feel like I'm in my path, so it has to relate some way. I surrender to the unknown, and I just go on that journey because it's moving in the direction of my dreams. And that's what it means to have faith. You don't have to understand, well, how is this going to connect? How is this going to work out? You just have to be willing, and you have to be obedient. Remember that message from last week, and move in the direction of your dreams. And the way you do that, the way you show God you have faith, is by making choices that are in alignment with who you ultimately be. And that will lead you to the abundance that you're looking for. All right, y'all, let me turn my hot water off. 1 second. 11:52. So I'm gonna make my 11:52 and 12:02. I'm gonna make my last little cup of coffee, and then I'll be done. I'm trying to limit myself to just 2 cups a day. Judgment, Knight of Cups, the Magician. Look, judgment on your past, what's coming in your present is a messenger to tell you how to advance so that you can become the magician of your life. Bam. Also, this is a spread that you can buy. I gotta update my board because I need to update my bookings. So maybe I should stop telling y'all to go to my website because I want to change the names of my services. This is called the Past, Present, Future one. What's in my future? 3-card spread. Anyways, guys, clarify this message of judgment, Knight of Cups, the Magician, celebration, choice, and advancement. What are you trying to get us about becoming the magician of our life? Why is it so important to just surrender to the unknown and celebrate every achievement? Why do you want us to understand that judgment is here, and that if we would just make the choice to move in our direction of our dreams, everything we want will come to us? Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. I can earn money by doing what I love to do. As you practice your more positive, better feeling story, in time, your pleasure will become the dominant. As you practice your more positive, better feeling story, in time, your pleasure will become your dominant vibration within you. And then as you couple your pleasure with your means of earning, the two will blend together and perfectly enhance each other. There is no better way to earn money than to do the things you love to do. Money can flow into your experience through endless avenues. It is not the choice of craft that limits the money that flows, but only your attitude towards the money. Angel number 1401. And that's why we have celebration, choice, and advancement is here. You have to make a choice to change how you look at life. Either you can look at life and feel like God is judging you on a day-to-day basis, or you can realize that it is a judgment that you put on yourself that is stopping you from advancing on your journey. The choice is yours. You have to decide what you're going to focus on, because it comes not by magic, but by universal motherfucking law. This is my second favorite card. Cuddy, you scare me. I do this every time. Because my dog don't bark. So when he do bark, it like freaks me out. Angel number 1440. Start by telling, this is my second favorite card in the deck. Start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual documentary weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. But it is not magic. It is by the power of the laws of the universe and your deliberate alignment with those laws. Angel number 1515. God is showing us. He's telling us. Like, y'all, this is kind of scary. Like, this is low-key really. I can pivot under any of our conditions. Doubling down on the message that we had before, telling you that you need to do your sleep hypnosis tracks so that you can get out of your mind and you can stop judging yourself and you can get all those things that you truly want. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to listen to myself, and I'm actually going to make sure that I make a habit. Because look, the Four of Swords, so it must be some mental activity that is going on in our mind that is blocking us from getting the blessing that is truly meant for us. And so I don't know about y'all, but I am personally, I'm going to make sure I link it down below, but I'm just going to, all next week, I'm definitely going to make sure I'm doing my sleep hypnosis tracks, working on my limiting beliefs, working on becoming more receptive with the universe, working on recognizing that I can earn a living doing what I love to do so that it can open up my heart and I can get that abundance that I'm looking for, okay? This is what this is all about. God is saying you have to make a choice about how you're going to live your life. Either you're going to feel as though everything is working in your favor, or you're going to feel like everything is working for you. You're going to feel like God is for you, or you're going to feel like God is judging you. You have to make the choice. And once you make that choice, only make decisions that are in alignment with that choice. And so if you believe, if you decide today that I believe that God is working in my favor and that God only wants the best for me, then even if you lose your job tomorrow, then you have to believe that that is happening for the best. I don't want you to go back and be like, oh God, what the fuck? No, because you made the choice to believe that everything that is happening for you is happening for your good. So even the bad shit, you have to know that it is getting you closer and closer to your goals. So instead of being frozen or being mad or cussing out God, you need to just make the next choice. You need to turn your attention to what's going to keep you on your path. You got to focus on being like water, learning to overcome those obstacles and to get to where you ultimately want to go. And if you do that, you will become the magician in your life, and everything that you will want will come to you. And it's not by magic. It is by universal motherfucking law. Angel number 72027. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave a message right there. I'm going to leave a message right there. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I don't know why that just made me so hype. Like, I guess guys, like, come get this money. Like, there's a guy like, come get that money. Come get that money. It's like, nah, I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm really excited. I really genuinely feel like I'm like on my path. And I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's like all up from here. Like Issa said, I'm fine wine. Shit's only getting better with time, okay? We up. We up. Okay, like, and I just think about, I know y'all, I'm sorry about this yoga class, but it's just like, y'all, when I be leaving that studio on Saturdays, I be feeling so fucking good, and I'm just like, damn, if I could feel this for something I wasn't even looking for, how's it gonna feel when all the shit I've been working for come to me? Like, it's gonna be amazing. And I want y'all to know, y'all, listen, when people start hating and calling me a witch and all that shit, y'all have to be the ones that's like, I remember when she said it is not magic, it is universal fucking law. Y'all, I don't have no witch book. I don't do none of that shit. I genuinely believe that magic is as natural as motherfucking breathing. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me tell y'all how your senses work. We are magical beings, and it's just that we have to change our mind and make a decision to believe that we know it. This speaker right here, right? I could not find, for the life of me, I couldn't find a charger for it. And so I was like, I had like pulled out all of these charging cords in the house. I was doing my yoga flows, like kind of low-key fucking me up. And I just could not find a charger cord, and like none of these cords would fit. And I'm like, this just don't make sense. Like, that none of these cords fit. And I was like, well, maybe, I literally said in my mind, like, okay, maybe I dropped it too many times and like I broke the little outlet. So I was like, okay, let me just make sure that I bring, because I have another portable speaker for my for my yoga class, Angel number 1933. So I'm like, I'll just make sure I bring that in the house so that I can have a speaker in the house. And so this morning I was like brushing my teeth, And like literally it was like as clear as day, like remember you had took out the cord for your yoga class, check your purse. And I literally went in my room and the fucking cord for this was hanging up on my door. And I was like, oh, thanks. It's as natural as breathing. I didn't have to do no ritual. I didn't have to say no spell. Like my mind was just like, here you go, girl. Your shit is here. And honestly, and the reason why it showed me because I turned my attention from the problem. I didn't just keep being like, where it's at, where it's at. I was like, okay, well, let me just bring the other speaker in. I was just going to stop using it. And it was like, no, you don't have to do that. The thing is right there. So I'm just telling you, magic is very natural. And you 9 times out of 10 is a magical as a motherfucker if you would just change your mind and believe it. Okay? Whatever you want, you can get. And honestly, the more and more I do these videos, day after day, week after week, I'm feeling more and more confident that all of that shit that I've been talking is actually going to happen and come true. All right, God. Judgment, Knight of Cups, the Magician. It comes not by magic, but universal law. I can earn a living doing what I love to do. Choice, celebration, and advancement. God, what do you want us to know about becoming the alchemist of our life? Why is it so important for us to make the choice to stop judging ourselves and to accept that anything that we desire, we can acquire? God, what do you want us to know about this message? Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. 1 card, please, God. Wrap this on up in a bow. Why is it so important? Comes not by magic, but universal law, and I can earn a living doing what I like to do. These cards feel, it's probably going to use them so much. I like these cards feel, ooh, they feel good. All right. Hidden Blessings, card number 7. Ooh, I like that. Hidden Blessings, card number 7. I'm intimidated by this deck because I can't pronounce a lot of this stuff. So bear with me, y'all. Edge number 2150. You have beautiful dreams and inspired bold ambitions. You are guided to believe that they are a natural expression of your soul, something that is meant to be. Life will support you in the expression of those dreams and ambitions, even in the moments where it seems you are experiencing struggle rather than support. The process from transformation into full maturity involves learning how to grow through light and darkness and back to the light again. You will always find your way back to the light. Have faith in yourself and what must be. Dedicate yourself to what you love without hesitation. Y'all, first of all, my mouth started to itch. What the fuck did I just say? What was this message all about? It's starting to get kind of freaky to me. Like, I mean, not freaky, but like, yeah, like I'm getting, do you believe I'm getting better? Give me a thumbs up if you think I'm getting better. Come on, like, just please, can you touch and agree with me? Can you let me know if I'm getting better or am I just getting a big head? I don't know. You let me know what you feel. Okay. If you are experiencing loss or change, have faith. If you are experiencing loss and change, have faith. Sometimes things happen that seem to be working against us. Sometimes things happen that seems to be working against us. It is only later that they show themselves to have been valuable ways by which we acquire the greater faith, courage, and determination that were necessary to the fulfillment of our purpose. Know that your destiny is unfolding and you are moving through circumstances that are ultimately going to help you become your soul in fullness and splendor. Keep going. Everything happening in your life is allowing you to fulfill your divine potential. Know that any darkness will give way to light. A titi is a Skyrit term from the sacred Vertic text of the ancient Indian that refers to the boundless, primordial, divine feminine being. Her grace is unfeathered, her will materialized, and her presence in our lives can be trusted. The cow that has been sacred in the Hindu traditions for over 4,000 years, in the mystery traditions of ancient Egypt, cattle goddess have been revered for over 6,000 years. Hortor arise within the Egyptian pantheon. Her regal headdress formed of the cow horns holding the solar disk. She is revered as Divine Mother, the source from which all goddesses arise. In the Latato tradition, the buffalo skull is respected as a sacred ritual tool. a means by which to share prayers and be able to understand the wisdom, a means by which to share prayers and be able to understand the received wisdom. The cow is a link between heaven and earth, a sign of abundance and protection. A sign of abundance and protection. And a reminder to trust in the wise flow of the universe and the personal, vital relationship between divine energies in all of your life, including your own. Life provides us with many opportunities, and some of those can only arise through sacred endings. Woo! You can trust that any such endings in your life are held within the auspices of the goddess. Just as life and death are natural, so too is growth. It is natural for the moon to change phases and for that which has ended to fertilize new life. It is extraordinary to the point of being almost unbelievable, but natural nonetheless. It is natural for the bones of the sacred cow to return to the earth and to give her minerals, which in turn supports new life. Within our human lives, loss is a part of what allowing something to be new. Within our human lives, loss is a part of what allows something new to be realized. You too are moving through the cycle of life. Sometimes this can be confronting. To give up old ways and old identities can seem frightening to the mind. Yet it is inspiring and exciting for the soul that yearns to blossom into fullness and cannot thrive when it is held back in fear. You may forget this momentarily and turn away from where you are headed out of confusion or concern. It may seem as though you are being asked to give up too much to secure your goals. You may wonder if it is foolish imagination rather than genuine soul purpose that is driving you forward. If you are a visionary with ideas that are too yet widely understood, but you will help push humanity forward. If you are a visionary with ideas that are not yet widely understood, but will help push humanity towards the new world, you may struggle more than most. In this case, you are asked to take leaps of faith and endure the endings and inherit in evolution whilst waiting for the signs of new life. You will have this asked of you because it is necessary for the process of creation and most importantly for you to have enough faith in your soul to handle it. To have faith in your purpose when it may sometimes feel like you are fighting a losing battle takes a lot of heart. The divine knows what you are up to and it wants to remind you that you are not foolish. You are following your destiny. The divine wants you to accept that it can help you and that you are pursuing what you are pursuing is meant to be. And as you keep to your course, success will come. Allow the inner force that compels you forward to have its way. Do not fear that sometimes radical changes that take place as you evolve into your destiny. Any losses or endings along the way are essential for your fulfillment. Let your trust in life's goodwill and generous support of you be unconditional. Know you shall thrive. Angel number 2754. I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm just going to leave it there. This whole message was wrapped up in a beautiful bow in that last ending, and in this last reading. And God is just trying to show you that whatever you want in your life, it can come to you, and it is not by magic. It is just simply by universal law. It is simply because you deserve it. It's simply because you have the courage to have it. And so instead of hating on anybody that is following their dreams, I want you to look within yourself, stop judging yourself, and go towards your dreams. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Y'all, I normally don't say this, but this is one of those messages that you may want to go back and actually watch, because a lot of the cards that came out was breaking down the principles and these tools that we were given. And so if you just want to, really understand it and really get it, make sure you just go back and watch this, actually watch the reading instead of just listening to it. All right. If you want to work with me, all of that information is in the description box below. Until we meet again, dream those dreams, never let them interrupt you, never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. I don't know if I already said that. If I did, I'm sorry. Mwah. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.